Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. My co-host Mr. Barodi and Purple Monkey are here, ready to bring you Game 3 of the 1978 American Championship Series, with the New York Yankees hosting the Kansas City Royals in Game 3. The Yankees took the first two games in Kansas City. Game number 3, it's going to be Rich Gale for the Kansas City Royals against Dick Tidrow for the New York Yankees. In the actual game, it was Paul Splitchoff, who pitched in Game 2 of the replay, and against Catfish Hunter. So we traveled to New York here for Game 3 of the series. Best of 5 series, the Yankees would win 3-1. This is, again, Game 3, and if the Yankees win tonight, it'll be a 3-game sweep, so the Royals are trying to prevent that. And so we can return for Game 4. So without further ado, let's get this game underway.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty, so Dick Tidrow on the mound for the Yankees. In the actual season, he was 7-11 with a 3.84 earned run average, 185 innings pitched, 191 hits allowed, 53 walks and 73 strikeouts, and a surrendered 13 homers. The lineup for the Royals is going to be the same lineup as in the actual game. George Brett will lead it off and play third. The DH, Hal McRae, bats second. Amos Otis, who had an excellent season in the replay season, will bat third and play center. Batting cleanup is the catcher, Darryl Porter. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Pete Lecoq, followed by Clint Hurdle, the left fielder. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Al Cowens. Freddie Patek, the shortstop, will hit eighth, and he'll be followed by Frank White, the second baseman, rounding out the Royals lineup. The defense for the Yankees is going to be White in left, Rivers in center, Piniella in right, Nettles, Denton, Doyle, and Chambliss. The first two games of the series, same infield and outfield, as well as Munson behind the plate, with Tidrow on the hill. So Brett hitting .444 in the series with a couple of doubles in the first two games with an RBI. Steps into the box. Tidrow looks in for the sign from Munson. Here's the windup and the pitch. It's going to be off the 4 column of Tidrow. And that's going to be a range check on Chambliss at first. And he'll get in front of it. And flip to Tidrow covering first for out number 1. That'll bring up Hal McRae, the DH today. 3 for 8 in the series with a double. Tidrow looks in for the sign from Munson, kicks and delivers. It's going to be off the 6 column of Tidrow. And McRae will draw the walk. So Chambliss will hold him on. Amos Otis up now. Amos Otis 1 for 7 in the series so far. McRae tries to get a lead off Tidrow. It looks like they're going to go with the hit and run, and that's going to be hit to Doyle at second. Barehands it over to first as McRae moves into scoring position. with 2 down now. So Darryl Porter with a chance to put the Royals on the board with a base hit. He's 0 for 4 in the series with an RBI. And here's the pitch by Tidrow. It's going to be off the 5 column. And it'll be a line out to Doyle for out number 3. So after 1/2, it's the Royals 0, the Yankees coming up. So Rich Gale on the hill. Rich Gale had a 14-8 record in 78 with a 3.09 earned run average. 192 innings pitched, 171 hits allowed. Allowed 100 walks and only struck out 88 batters, so he was pretty wild at times. And allowed 10 homers. So the Yankees lineup is going to be Mickey Rivers, the center fielder, will lead it off, followed by Brian Doyle, the second baseman. Thurman Munson, behind the plate, will hit third, followed by Reggie Jackson, the DH. Chris Chambliss, the first baseman, will hit fifth, followed by Greg Nettles, the third baseman. Lou Piniella, the right fielder, hits seventh, followed by Roy White, the left fielder, batting eighth, and Bucky Bleepin' Dent, the shortstop, will hit ninth. So again, it's the same lineup, same members of the lineup for the Yankees, except for second base, where Fred Stanley got the start over Brian Doyle. Again, Willie Randolph hurt for the series. I believe he was hurt for the series. That's why he's not in the lineup. Just see if he is available. Oops. And Willie Randolph not available. Okay. So, all right. Let me just check and see if he was still in the Yankees. I believe he still was. Yeah, Willie Randolph was still in the Yankees, of course. So apparently he was injured for the remainder of the season here, at least for the first round of the playoffs. So the defense behind Gale is going to be Hurdle in left, Otis in center, and Cowens in right. Brett, Patek, White, and Lecoq in the infield, followed by Darryl Porter behind the plate. So Brett and Lecoq are going to play on the grass against Rivers. Rivers 2 for 7 in the series so far. Gale looks in for the sign from Porter. Here's the windup and the pitch. It's going to be off the 5 column. There's going to be a range check on White, who has excellent range. And thank God he had excellent range, because that would have been a base hit with most fielders who aren't a one range. But he gets to it, wheels around, throws to first. So a nice play by White. And Rivers is retired for out number 1. Brian Doyle up now. He's 2 for 9 in the series. And he'll get a pitch to hit here. One in the wheelhouse. It's going to be off the 4 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to White again at second. A little easier play this time as he feeds over to Lecoq for out number 2. Next up, the catcher, Thurman Munson. Munson 1 for 9 in the series. It's off the 3 column. And that's a ground ball to Patek at short. Little Generals up with it over to first. And the Royals and the New York Yankees will go in order in the first. So after 1 full, no score. It'll be Lecoq, Hurdle, and Cowens if anybody gets on Patek for the Royals. Pete Lecoq is hitting 1 for 4 in the series with an RBI. And it's going to be off the 6 column. And that will be a called third strike at the knees. So 1 down as Tidrow gets his first strikeout of the day. Clint Hurdle up now. Hurdle 2 for 8 in the series with an RBI. Off the 5 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Doyle scoops it up over to Chambliss for out number 2. Al Cowens up now. 1 for 8 in the series. It's going to be off the 6 column. And that will be a fly ball to center. Rivers above average range. He will get to it. Oh, but he's going to boot it. As he drops it. Easy play there, but he ends up dropping it. And Collins will reach with a 2-out double. See if the Royals can take advantage of that. Patek up now. Patek having a great series. 3 for 7 so far with an RBI. And Patek will get a pitch to hit here. And he'll ground it to Tidrow, who makes the play over to Chambliss to end the inning. So the error proves harmless by Rivers. After 1.5, no score still. Reggie Jackson to lead it off. Jackson 3 for 7 in the series with a home run. 2 runs batted in. And that is going to be off the 2 column. Gets one to hit here. And this one's going to go back. Collins and Otis give chase. Amos Otis at the wall. See if he can jump for it. Jumps for it. And makes the catch. So robs Jackson of a home run there. So Amos Otis with a great jump leap at that wall. Snags a home run away. So Chambliss up now with 1 down, as Gale was much appreciative of that one, that effort. As were Royal fans. Yankees fans stunned on that one. Chris Chambliss up now. Chambliss 4 for 9 in the series with an RBI. It's going to be out the 5 column, and that's going to be a ground ball to first. Lecoq average range. Oh, and he's not going to be able to get to it. So that's going to be a base hit to right. So 1-out single for Chambliss. That'll bring up Greg Nettles. Nettles 3 for 8 in the series with a homer and 2 runs batted in. Off the 2 column. And that is going to be hit to White. Nice play by White. As he makes the catch of the soft liner. So Chambliss dives back to first in time, but now with 2 down. That'll be at Piniella. Piniella 4 for 9 in the series with a double and a triple. 3 runs batted in. Off the 5 column, that will be strike 3 swing. So after 2 full, it remains scoreless. Frank White to lead it off. Frank White is 1 for 7 in the series. That one hit a double. Off the 6 column. And that is going to be hit to Nettles at third. Scoops it up. Over to first. And he gets him for out number 1. So top of the order, Brett up now. He grounded out in his first at-bat. Grounds this one to first. Chambliss flips to Tidrow, covering. Scored a 3-1 for out number 2. So 2 down and the base is empty for Hal McRae. McRae walked in his first at-bat. Gets one to hit here. Gets one in the wheelhouse. And lays off of it for ball 4. As Tidrow thought that was a strike. Tidrow not happy. He says something to the home plate umpire. The ump points out at Tidrow, and McRae takes first. So I want to see if McRae can get a jump here. He's got a 1 in 16 chance if he can get a jump. And he cannot get the jump. 50% chance here. I think we're going to push the envelope here and try to get the steal. Oh, apparently I'm managing the Yankees too. I imagine they would throw for him. They got to throw for him. And he'll be in there. So for some reason they had me managing both the Kansas City managed by the computer. I wonder why they let me run it there. Anyway, the Yankees are supposed to be managed by the computer. Alright, so McRae in scoring position now with 2 down. And it looks like they're going to walk Otis now to bring up Darryl Porter. Porter 1 for 5 in the series with an RBI. Tidrow looks in for the sign from Munson. He has to wind up in the pitch. See if Porter can put the Royals on the board. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. So the strategy pays off as Porter flies out. Weakly to center. So after 2.5, Kansas City nothing, New York nothing. It'll be White, Dent, and Rivers up for the Yankees. White 3 for 8 in the series with a double and an RBI. Gale looks in for the sign from Porter. Kicks and delivers. Gets one in the wheelhouse here. And this one's going to go a long way. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Otis races. Fires it in. And White will be there with a leadoff double. So that'll bring up Bucky Dent. Bucky Dent 2 for 6 in the series with 2 runs batted in. See if he can put the Yankees on the board. It's going to be off the 2 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. Cowens with an excellent arm here. Let's see if White is going to test it. Oh, not deep enough. As White retreats back to second. So Rivers with a chance now. He grounded out in his first at-bat. And this time he'll strike out swing for out number 2. So Brian Doyle up now. Brian Doyle grounded out in his first at-bat. Gets the base hit to left. Let's see if they're going to send him. I think we're going to throw for the lead runner here. And White will come in just ahead of the tag and put the Yankees on top 1-0. Doyle holds at first. So an RBI single for Doyle. And the Yankees are off to a 1-0 lead. That'll be at Thurman Munson, who grounded out in his first at-bat. Grounds this one to Patek at short. Over to first, and that'll do it. But the Yankees are on the board first as Brian Doyle gets an RBI single to give them a 1-0 lead after 3. So Tidrow with a lead now. He'll face Lecoq, Hurdle, and Cowens if anybody gets on Patek. Lecoq, a strikeout victim his first time up. Grounds this one to Chambliss at first. Chambliss above average range. He'll get to it. And he will snag it. Throws to Tidrow covering for out number 1. So Lecoq is retired. They'll bring up Hurdle. Hurdle grounded out in his first at-bat. And he'll strike out looking. So 2 quick outs in the Royal 4th inning. Brings up Al Cowens, who reached on an error by Rivers his first time up. And this time Nettles will snag it. Over to Chambliss. And the Royals are done in the top of the 4th. So 1-0 New York as the Yankees come to bat in the home half of the 4th. Reggie Jackson flew out his first at-bat. He was robbed by Otis at the wall. And that's going to, this time he'll ground out to White. Over to first for out number 1. Brings Chris Chambliss singled in his first at-bat to the plate now. Grounds this one back to Gale. Over to first in time for the second out of the 4th. So Greg Nettles will step into the box now. He lined out in his first at-bat. And this time he'll strike out. 3rd strikeout of the game for Gale. And that'll do it for the Yankees in the 4th. So after 4 full, it remains 1-0 New York. As the Yankees are hoping to advance for the win today. Royals trying to prevent that. Patek to lead it off. Patek grounded out in his first at-bat. Patek gets one in the wheelhouse here. But gets under it and pops it up to short. Dent calls everyone off and makes the play. So 1 down in the Kansas City 5th. Brings up Frank White. He grounded out in his first at-bat. And he'll strike out. So 3rd K of the day for Tidrow. This brings up top of the order Brett. He's grounded out twice today. And he'll ground out for a 3rd time, this time to Chambliss. Flips to Tidrow for out number 3. So halfway through, it's 1-0 New York. So bottom 3rd of the order against Gale in the 5th here. Piniella, White, and Dent. Gale 54 pitches through 4 innings. And that's going to be a strikeout. Says Piniella went around for strike 3. So everybody is available out of the Kansas City pen in this elimination game. Except possibly Splitchoff. But everybody else should be available. So Roy White up to the plate now. Roy White doubled in his first at-bat. And this time he'll fly out to right. Collins is there. Drifts over and makes the catch. So 2 gone in the Yankee 5th. Brings up Bucky Dent. Flew out in his first at-bat. And this time he'll line out to his counterpart at short for out number 3. So the Yankees go 1, 2, 3 in the 5th, and we head to the 6th with the Royals down by 1. McRae up now. He's walked twice so far today. And this time he'll strike out. The first out of the 6th. So Kansas City without a hit so far as we head to the 6th here. Amos Otis up now. Grounded out in the 1st and walked in the 3rd. It's a fly ball to left. White is there. Circles under and makes the play for out number 2. So that brings up Porter. Porter lined out in the 1st and flew out in the 3rd. And he'll walk for the first time. 4th walk of the day given up by Tidrow. Tidrow yet to give up a hit, but he's given up 4 walks. So to bring up Lecoq. Lecoq 0 for 2 on the day. And that is going to be a range check on Munson. It's a pop-up. He gets under it. Oh, and he's going to drop it. And they're going to score that one in error on Munson. So the Yankees with their 2nd error. So that'll put runners on 1st and 2nd. Let's see if the Royals can get that clutch hit here. Tie the game. Hurdle 0 for 2 so far today. And he'll get one to hit here. And he'll lay off it and draw the walk. So that'll load the bases. With 2 down for Al Cowens. He reached on an error in the 2nd and grounded out in the 4th. Royals looking for their first hit here. Their first hit could give them the lead. As Munson goes up to talk to Tidrow. Goes back behind the plate. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's going to be off the 6th column. And he'll strike out looking. So the Royals load the bases without the benefit of a hit and cannot get that key hit to give them the lead, to put them on the board or give them the lead. So as we head to the bottom of the 6th, the Royals trail at 1-0, still without a hit against Tidrow. At the top of the order, Rivers, Doyle, and Munson up against Gale, who's pitched almost as well, allowing just 1 run and 3 hits. And it's going to be off the 3 column. And that's a ground ball to Lecoq at first. Waves off Gale and takes to the bag himself for out number 1. So Brian Doyle up now, had an RBI single. And back in the 3rd, the only scoring so far today for either team. Hits this one to his counterpart, White, at 2nd. Gets to it. And makes the play over to 1st for out number 2. So that'll bring up Thurman Munson. He's grounded out twice today. Apologize for that. We have our CBS Sports line keeping track of the Red Sox-Orioles game and decided to put up an ad even though we have it on mute on the site. The ads don't have mutes. So the Red Sox, they scored 2 in the top of the 9th and now lead at 4-1 against the Orioles. Trying to get Chris Sale his win, just fresh off the DL. I think his 12th win in the season, I believe. And we found out last week we have a friend from our church who's going to the game, and he just won 4 tickets. They we had a youth invasion raffle at the church, and the winner got 4 Red Sox tickets, and so he ended up winning and had an extra ticket, so I needed a ride. So I am going to be going to the game with him on the 22nd of August, first game this year, and it'll be against the Cleveland Indians. And just looking at the schedule, it's 10 days from today, so the Red Sox go with a 5-man rotation. Possibility Sale could pitch in that, although they are playing a doubleheader today, so that might make a difference too. So it could be the Sale or Price or just anyway, just to see a game anyway would be awesome, and against the Cleveland Indians. So that'll be cool on Wednesday, August 22nd. Be a good birthday present, as I went to the game on my birthday last year for my 50th, so I'll get to go to another game in August this year, so that'll be cool. So alright, so I'm going to get back to the action here, or inaction as far as the Orioles are concerned, as they yet to get a hit against Tidrow. So 2 outs and the base is empty for the Yankees here in the bottom of the 6th, up 1-0. Munson 0 for 2 on the day, he's grounded out twice, and he'll strike out looking. So 5th K of the day by Gale. Arguably, Gale has pitched better than Tidrow. Even though he's allowed 3 hits, he's yet to walk a batter, and Tidrow has walked 5. The Royals would try to get their first hit, more importantly, get their first run here to tie the game at least. So Freddie Patek, the number 8 hitter, will lead it off. He's grounded out and popped out. So Nettles and Chambliss in on the grass for Patek. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to Nettles at third. Charges it over to first, and Patek is retired for out number 1. So they'll bring up Frank White. Frank White 0 for 2 on the day, looking for his first hit. Royals looking for their first hit, and it's going to be off the 6th column. And that's going to be a fly ball to Rivers. And he will easily get in front of it. And this time makes the play for out number 2. So Tidrow 6 2/3 so far without allowing a hit. So top of the order, Brett up now. He's grounded out 3 times today. And he'll ground out a 4th time, this time the Doyle. So 7th inning stretch time here in New York. Royals without a hit. And more importantly, without a run. So let's check out the trivia question brought to you by Mr. Brody, Miss Mags, and Purple Monkey. What pitcher lost the most games in his career with 316? Well, number 1, you have to be pretty good to last that long. I'm going to go with Cy Young on that one. I know he won like 511 games, but he may have lost 316. That's a possibility. So in order to lose a lot, you have to be around to play in that many games, and to play in that many games, you have to win a good share of them too. So I'm going to go with Cy Young on that one. So lock in your answers. Here you go. Cy Young. Alrighty. So thank you for that trivia question, Mr. Brody, Miss Mags, and Purple Monkey. Back to the action here in the home half of the 7th. The Yankees cling to a 1-0 lead. Rich Gale back out on the hill for the 7th inning here. Just 79 pitches through 6 innings. He'll face Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles. Jackson 0 for 2 so far today. Grounds this one to White. Charges it, fires to first, and he is retired for out number 1. That'll bring up Chris Chambliss. Chris Chambliss 1 for 2 with a single. And he gets hit by a pitch here. Hits him in the arm. Squeezes his elbow. Trainer Monahan comes out to look at him. Looks like he'll stay in the game, though. So 1 out base runner for the Yankees here in the 7th. Brings up Nettles 0 for 2. And Nettles gets hit by a pitch. So back-to-back batters get hit by a pitch. Obviously, Gale not trying to do that on purpose, as this is the deciding game here. So Yankees manager upset by that one. But that obviously was not on purpose. So Piniella up now. Piniella struck out twice against Gale. So Porter goes out the top to Gale, gets back behind the plate. There is some action in the Royals' pen here. And it's going to be off the 2 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to Patek. Flips over to White for 1, back to first. And they turn 2 as Chambliss advances to third. So 2 down now. With the bases, runner on third now. Actually, that is the end of the inning. Sorry about that. We weren't paying attention to the outs there. So that'll do it for the Yankees in the 7th. So we head to the 8th. Royals still looking for their first hit here against Tidrow, who's up to 102 pitches now through 7 innings. Still out there. Has walked 5 batters. And the Royals did load the bases, but weren't able to score on 1 occasion. So McRae's walked twice today so far. So here's the windup and the pitch to McRae. And that is going to be a range check on Rivers. Oh, almost thought that was going to drop in there. So Rivers is able to make the catch for out number 1. So that'll bring up Amos Otis. Amos Otis 0 for 2 with an intentional walk back in the 3rd. And this time he's going to get a good shot here. So this could break up the no-hitter. It could also break up the shutout too. And that will break up the no-hitter as it's a single to center. As the Yankees fans stand on their feet for Tidrow, who went 7 innings without allowing a hit. First batter, 7 in a 3rd innings. Second batter here in the 8th is able to get a hit. So that may be it for Tidrow. We'll see. That'll bring up Daryl Porter. Otis. I want to see if he can get in scoring position here. He's got 17 speed, so we're going to try to attempt to steal here. 95% chance if he can get a jump here. 1 to 11, 55% chance. Oh boy. Okay, let's see what Porter's hit and run. I imagine it's not too good. Yeah, D. I think we're gonna try to get a lead here. Oh, and he'll be gunned down. So Otis trying to get in the scoring position is gunned down by Munson for out number 2. So Porter back in the box. And he draws the walk. So it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner for Porter here. Let's see, who's our fastest runner here? UL Washington, maybe? 1 to 16. I think he may be the fastest. Or it could be Willie Wilson. Wilson, we got 1 to 17. I don't think he's going to get any better than that. So Willie Wilson's going to come in to pinch run for Daryl Porter. So that caught stealing looking big right now. Wilson's going to try to get a jump here. And he'll steal second without a throw. So Wilson gets in the scoring position. So Lecoq with a chance to tie the game here with a base hit. Lecoq 0 for 3. Did reach on the error back in the 6th on the error by Munson. And they got a pitch to Lecoq here. And it's going to be high and inside for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second. So Hurdle with a chance now. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And that is going to be it for Tidrow as Sparky Lyle is going to come in. I believe he got the save in yesterday's game. Well, in the game back in Kansas City. So runners on first and second. Hurdle up to the plate now, and we're going to keep him in. So we're looking for something from the 3 column if we can get it, or the 4 column. Yeah, that's not bad either if we get a higher 7, 8, or 9. And he's going to get the base hit to center. As Wilson is being held at third. Wow, I don't know what was up with that one. As Rivers did get the ball in quickly, so they didn't want to chance it here. So L. Collins to the plate now with the bases loaded and 2 down. 0 for 3 so far today. Come on, 3 column. Got the same 6 column. Come on, 7, 8, or 9. And that's a ground ball to Dent at short. Oh, Dent just gets to it. Whirls around and throws out Collins by a step. So that once again, they load the bases but cannot score. And it remains 1-0 New York as we head to the bottom of the 8th. So that is going to bring in... Where is he? Where's our catcher? Is it Wathen? I think it's Wathen. Yeah. No, not John Wathen. Where is he? I don't see the catcher that was in there the other day. There's got to be another catcher on the team, no? Why can't I find him? It's not Zeb. Huh, that's strange. I'm trying to think who was in the catcher the first time. In the first game. Let's check here for a second. Not Daryl Porter. Hold on here. He actually started in the first game, surprisingly, which I thought. Where is he? I don't see him here though. Jim Gaudette, but I know it wasn't him. There was another catcher. Or else I wouldn't have Kushner. Boy, these guys stink. Huh. So I know in game 1 there was another catcher there. Not sure why he's not showing up now. Let's see here. Huh, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe. No, I'm pretty sure there was another catcher in there. A guy with more of a well-known name than these 2 guys. Maybe he got injured. Anyway, he's not available, so looks like we got to bring in. If I would have known that, I wouldn't have probably pulled Porter, but. Alright, so let's see who we have here. So we have Gaudette and Kershier. So Gaudette only had 8 at-bats. Kershier only had 13 at-bats. I was almost positive there was another catcher here. Let's keep looking here just to make sure. Wasn't Quirk. Wasn't this guy. And I'm pretty sure it's not Steve Braun. Yeah, so it looks like there's only 2 possibilities here. Both of which are pretty bad. Oh, no, wait. Wathen. There it is. There it is. I knew there was another catcher on there. So John Wathen. He's going to come in. That's right. Yeah, he played in game 1 of this series. In the replay, not in the actual game. All right, so John Wathen's going to come in. Where is he? Right there. Yeah. All right, cool. That's better. Ooh, it scared me for a second there. I wouldn't have pulled him if I would have known that, but... All right, so John Wathen's going to come in. Again, not as good as defensive catcher, but he is a good offensive catcher. He hit 300. So Wathen in behind the plate now. I think I'm going to leave Gale in there. You only get 3 hits off of him. Still 1-0. There is action in the pen, though, just in case. As Al Habrowski, the Mad Hungarian there, is getting ready. Marty Patton also up throwing. So White steps into the box. White 1 for 2 with a double. And this is a fly ball to center. Otis is there and makes the catch for out number 1. So Bucky Dent up now. Dent 0 for 2 on the day. And he grounds out to White for out number 2. So top of the order, Rivers up now, 0 for 3 on the day. So Gale really effective as he pitches 8 innings, allowing just 1 run on 3 hits. And we'll head to the top of the 9th. See if the Yankees are going to have in this. If they're going to bring Gossage in. Nope. And they're going to leave Sparky Lyle in. Freddie Patek up to the plate now. 0 for 3 on the day. Let's see what we have on the bench here. We may bring in somebody else. Let's see here. Definitely want to bring in a righty, so let's see. Jerry Terrell, let's see what hit is. No, he stinks. UL Washington, possibly? Alright, I think we're going to go with Joe Zeb here. So Joe Zeb is going to come in for Freddie Patek here. Alright, so Joe Zeb, 252 hitter with 127 at-bats in the regular season, 2 doubles, 3 triples, and 11 runs batted in. So Lyle looks in for the sign from Munson. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's going to be up the 6th column. And it's going to be a range check on Nettles. Nettles, excellent range. Scoops it up. And beats Zeb to the bag by a couple of steps. As Spencer is now in at first. So Jim Spencer in at first, defensive replacement. Paul Blair in at center for Rivers. So 1 down now for Frank White. I think we got a pinch hit for White too. We'll bring in UL Washington. So UL Washington coming in now. 264 hitter and 129 at bats. 2 doubles, a triple. Good speed if he can get on. So I'll Alex in for the sign from Munson. Here's the windup in the pitch. The 1 column we didn't want. Ground ball to Dent. Over to first. So the Royals down to their last out. 1 out away from getting eliminated and swept by the Yankees in 3 games. It's up to George Brett now. Brett's grounded out 4 times, 0 for 4 on the day. So come on, 1 column. Lyle looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. Oh, and that's going to be snared by Doyle, and that will do it as the Royals get swept by the New York Yankees 3 games to none. 1-0. So good pitchers duel here. Unfortunately, the Royals end up on the short end of the stick, getting no hit, 7 1/3 innings by Tidrow, as he pitches the game of his life so far. So the Royals get swept by the Yankees, 3-0. So that was a uneventful series there for management perspective by myself and Mr. Brody. Mr. Brody takes no credit, no blame for that. That's why he's hiding his head there in shame. As the Royals get swept by the Yankees. So I think we are gonna play the Dodgers the final month of the season. I think we're gonna continue with do that series as the Yankees sweep the Royals 3-0. So Tidrow gets the win. 7 2/3 innings, allowing just 1 hit. 7 walks, though, but the Royals cannot take advantage of it because they cannot get the key hit. 5 strikeouts. So there'll be some questioning by the manager there. I mean, by the press there for the manager of the Royals, who was unable to push a run across despite loading the bases twice. So Lyle gets the save. Pitches at 1 1/3 innings, allowing just 1 hit. So Rich Gale, the tough luck loser, pitches 8 strong innings, allowing 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. No walks and 5 strikeouts. I think he pitched even better than Tidrow, but ends up on the short end of the stick there. So Rivers 0 for 4. Paul Blair, defensive replacement, not getting at bat. Brian Doyle with the only RBI of the game, 1 for 3. With an RBI single back in the third, the only run of the game. Thurman Munson 0 for 3. Reggie Jackson 0 for 3. Chambliss 1 for 2. Jim Spencer, defensive replacement, not getting at bat. Nettles 0 for 2. Piniella 0 for 3. Roy White 1 for 3, scoring the only run of the game. And Bucky Dent 0 for 3. For the Royals, not much to say there. They managed only 2 hits. Getting no hit until the 1 out in the 8th. Brett 0 for 5. McRae 0 for 2. He did walk at least. I think he might have walked 3 times. I think he got walked twice and got hit by a pitch. No, he didn't. He got walked 3 times, I think. Amos Otis 1 for 3. One of only 2 Royals hits. Darryl Porter 0 for 2 with a walk. Willie Wilson, pinch runner. Did not get in at bat. John Wathan walked in his only at bat. I'm sorry, defensive replacement did not get in at bat. Pete Lecoq 0 for 3. Clint Hurdle, the other hit, 1 for 3. Al Cowens 0 for 4. Patek 0 for 3. Joe Zeb, pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Frank White 0 for 3. And Ewell Washington as a pinch hitter, 0 for 1. So the Royals swept by the Yankees 3-0, and they'll go on to face the winner in the National League, which is undetermined as of yet. Although looks like the Dodgers and I think it may be the Phillies with the lead now. We can take a look at that in a second. So let's end this now, as the Royals season is done now, and the Yankees advance to the World Series as they did in the actual season. So let's take a look at the National League as it looks now on September 1st. So as of September 1st, we had the Philadelphia Phillies in first in the AL East with a 5-game lead over the Pittsburgh Pirates and an 8-game lead over Montreal, 8.5 over the Cubs. In the AL West, pretty much the Dodgers have it wrapped up with 89 wins as we hit September 1st. So we're still with 29 games left. So I think we may play that with 13.5 game. They pretty much got it wrapped up over Houston. Again, there's no wild card back now, so it looks like Los Angeles and possibly either Philadelphia or Pittsburgh, most likely. But the Dodgers, I think we're going to play some games from the Dodger season and try to see how far over 100 wins we can get. So even if they go 11-18, they will finish with 100 wins on the season. So if we can go 20-10, which is highly possible, they can win 109 games or more. So we'll see. I think we're going to play a few of those games, see how that goes, and if we do well, continue that, and then do the National League Championship Series, and then do the World Series and see who the Yankees are going to play in the World Series. So thank you for joining me. I think that's the plan. I think we're going to start playing some Dodger games now. So take care, God bless, and we will see you in the Dodgers game from September 1st. So take care and God bless, and we'll see you later. Ready, Mr. Brody? Say goodbye. Say your fans will see you in the next game. We'll see you in the next game, right, Mr. Brody? Alrighty. Bye-bye now.